After my parents forgot my birthday and said I was a disappointment, I discovered my husband was secretly sleeping with my sister. How I found out, what I did to expose them, and what I did next changed everything forever. You won't believe this, my own parents forgot my birthday. I'm Emily, 32, a nurse, who's been busting my ass at the hospital for years. Meanwhile, my little sister Sophie, 25, got a full-on birthday blowout last week. Streamers, a 3-tier cake, the works. I saw it all on her Instagram. Hundreds of likes, her smug little captions. Best day ever, thanks Mom and Dad. I was on a double shift, wiping sweat off my forehead while they partied. Not a single text for me. Not even a hey, happy birthday, nothing. I live in suburban Ohio, a quiet little town where everyone knows everyone. My life's not glamorous. Long hours, sore feet. A small house with Jake, my husband. He's a mechanic, 34. Rough around the edges, but mine since high school. My parents, Margaret and Richard, never liked him. He's beneath you, Mom would say, her nose wrinkled like she smelled something bad. Dad just nodded along, sipping his bourbon. They wanted me with some lawyer or doctor, not a guy with grease under his nails. I married him anyway. That was my first strike. Sophie's their golden girl. She's an influencer, whatever that means, posting selfies and unboxing videos. She's got that perfect blonde hair, that fake laugh. Mom and Dad eat it up. They've always spoiled her rotten. New car at 16, college paid for even though she dropped out. Me, I clawed my way through nursing school on loans and night shifts. You're the responsible one, they'd say. Funny how that never came with a thank you. Sophie's birthday. I got home that night, bone-tired, and scrolled my phone. Picture after picture, her blowing out candles, Mom beaming, Dad raising a glass. My birthday was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks, did they call? No. Did they even remember? I doubt it. I sat there on our sagging couch, staring at the screen, feeling this ache in my chest. They forgot me, I whispered. Jake was in the garage, tinkering with some engine. I didn't even tell him. I just went to bed, hoping it'd hurt less in the morning. It didn't. The next day, I called Mom. Maybe I was fishing for an apology. Hey, Mom, I said, voice shaky. Did you guys have fun at Sophie's party? She laughed. Oh, Emily, it was wonderful. You should have seen her face when we brought out the cake. I swallowed hard. Yeah, sounds great. My birthday was... She cut me off. Oh, honey, you're always so busy. We didn't want to bother you. Bother me? My own birthday? I hung up, hands trembling. They didn't just forget. They didn't care. Then it got worse. Yesterday, I went over to their house, big fancy place, all white shutters and manicured lawns. Dad wanted to talk about family business. I figured it was about their will. They're getting older, and I'm the practical one, right? I walked in, still in my scrubs, and there they were. Mom, Dad, Sophie, all sipping coffee like some perfect little trio. Emily, Dad started, his voice all serious. We've made some changes. I nodded, waiting. You're out of the will. I blinked. What? My heart dropped. Out of the will? Why? Mom crossed her arms, lips tight. You've disobeyed us too much, Emily. Marrying Jake, ignoring our advice, it's clear you don't value this family. Sophie smirked, twirling her hair. Dad chimed in. Sophie's reliable, she listens. You've made your choices. I couldn't breathe. My choices. I've been working my tail off while she posts pictures for a living, Mom snapped. Don't you dare talk about your sister like that. She's building something. What have you done? I stood there, stunned. What have I done? I've kept people alive, Mom. I've paid my own way. But they didn't care. Sophie just sat there, smug as hell, while Dad handed me a lecture about loyalty. You picked Jake over us, he said. That's on you. I wanted to scream. Jake's not perfect. God knows he's stubborn. But he's mine. Or so I thought. That's a whole other mess I'll get to. I left their house in a daze. Drove home with my hands gripping the wheels so tight my knuckles went white. They cut me out, I kept saying. My own parents. I felt small, like I didn't matter. All those years, working, sacrificing, trying to make them proud. And for what? Sophie gets the party, the money, the love. I get nothing. I pulled into our driveway, tears stinging my eyes. Jake's truck was there, but he wasn't inside. Probably still in the garage. I didn't even check, I just sat on the couch again, staring at the wall. I'm not a crier. Never have been. But that night, I sobbed. Ugly, messy sobs. I kept thinking, what did I do wrong? Was it Jake? Was it me? I wanted to fix it, to make them see me. I still had this dumb little hope they'd call, say it was a mistake. We're sorry, Emily. You're our daughter too. But my phone stayed silent. Just me, alone, with that ache growing bigger. That's where it started, the unfairness, the sting. I didn't know then how much worse it'd get, how Jake and Sophie would twist the knife deeper, but I felt it coming. Something was off. I just didn't have the pieces yet. All I had was this quiet, burning hurt, and a family that didn't give a damn. So my parents cut me out of their will. That was bad enough. But then I found out Jake, my husband, the guy I've loved since I was 16, was screwing around. And not just with anyone. With Sophie, my little sister. Yeah, you read that right. I'm still shaking as I type this. It started a few days after that awful talk at Mom and Dad's. I was already a mess, exhausted from work, gutted by my family. Jake's been weird lately too. Late nights at the garage, barely talking to me, just busy, he'd grunt, eyes on his phone. I figured he was stressed. Cars break down, right? I'm a nurse. I get long hours. But something felt off. Call it a gut punch I couldn't ignore. It hit me last Tuesday. I had a rare day off, first one in weeks. Jake was out, said he had a big job. I was cleaning up, trying to keep busy so I wouldn't think about Mom's voice saying, "You don't value this family." That's when I saw it. His truck keys on the counter. Weird, he never leaves without them. I grabbed them, thinking I'd drop them off at the garage later. Then I noticed something sticking out from under the passenger seat. A scarf. Bright pink, silky, totally not mine. I pulled it out, heart pounding. I knew that scarf. Sophie's. She wore it in one of her stupid Instagram stories last month. Some OOTD crap. No way, I whispered. No freaking way. My hands shook. I told myself it didn't mean anything. Maybe she borrowed the truck, maybe she left it by accident. But my brain wouldn't shut up. Why was it under the seat, hidden? I dropped the scarf like it burned me and paced the kitchen. "Calm down, Emily," I said out loud. "You're overthinking this." But I wasn't. That night, Jake got home late, past 11. Smelled like oil and something else. Perfume? I couldn't tell. He crashed on the couch, didn't even look at me. I waited till he was snoring, then grabbed his phone. Passcode? My birthday. Dumbass never changed it. I opened his texts, and there it was. Sophie. Dozens of messages. "Miss you already," she wrote, with a winky face. "Last night was fun," he replied. Fun? What the hell? I scrolled up, dates, times, flirty garbage, my stomach twisted. I wanted to puke. Then I saw it. "Meet me at the Red Roof Inn tomorrow," she texted last week. He'd said, "Can't wait." I checked the date. Same day I pulled a 16-hour shift. I sat there, phone in my lap, staring at those words. Red Roof Inn, cheap motel off Route 6. My husband and my sister, together. I couldn't breathe. "This isn't real," I kept saying. "This can't be real." But it was. I didn't sleep. Couldn't. Next morning, Jake was gone before I got up, off to work. I dug through his stuff like a crazy person, found a crumpled receipt in his jacket pocket. Red Roof Inn. $42, dated last Wednesday. Proof. Cold, hard proof. I held it, hands trembling, and laughed. Not a happy laugh. A bitter, broken one. "They're screwing me over," I said to the empty room. Both of them. I didn't confront him. Yet. I couldn't. My head was spinning. Anger, hurt, disbelief. How long? Why Sophie? Was it revenge? She's always hated that I'm the good one, the one who didn't need mom and dad's handouts. And Jake? He's been distant since my parents started icing me out. Did they plan this? To kick me when I'm down? I didn't know, but I needed more. I needed to be sure. So I watched him. Thursday night, he said he was grabbing beers with the guys. I waited 10 minutes, then drove to the garage. His truck wasn't there. I headed to Sophie's apartment, downtown, that fancy loft mom and dad pay for. Nothing. Then I remembered the motel. I don't know why I went, some sick need to see it. I pulled into the red roof lot, and there it was. His truck, parked right next to her stupid little Prius. I sat in my car, gripping the wheel, watching the window. Room 12. Curtains drawn. My chest hurt so bad I thought I'd pass out. Sighed. I didn't go in. Didn't bang on the door. I just drove home, tears streaming down my face. How could they, I kept asking. My sister? My husband? I felt stupid, blind. All those late nights, all those excuses. I bought them. I trusted them. And they were laughing behind my back. Probably still are. I got home, threw the scarf and receipt on the table, and stared at them. Evidence. My marriage, my family, crumbling right there in pink silk and crumpled paper. I was mad. God, so mad. But part of me still didn't want to believe it. Maybe there's an explanation, maybe I'm wrong. But deep down, I knew. I freaking knew. I didn't sleep again. Just sat there, replaying everything. Jake's grunts, Sophie's smirks. Mom and Dad picking her over me. It's all connected, isn't it? They hate me, all of them, and now they've got their little affair to rub it in. I'm alone, completely alone, but I'm not done, not yet. I've got proof now, and I'm not letting this slide. They think they can break me, screw that. They're about to find out who they're messing with. I couldn't hold it in anymore. I had the scarf, the receipt, the texts, proof Jake and Sophie were screwing me over. Literally, I was done sitting quiet, done feeling like trash, so I picked the perfect moment to blow it all up. Family dinner at Mom and Dad's. Oh yeah, it went down hard. It was Friday night. Mom called me earlier, all fake sweet. Emily, come over for dinner. We should talk. Talk? After cutting me out of the will? I almost laughed. But I said yes, not because I wanted peace, because I wanted them to see my face when I dropped the bomb. I stuffed the receipt and my phone with those texts in my purse. My hands were shaking the whole drive over. They're gonna regret this, I muttered. All of them. Their house looked like a damn magazine. White shutters, porch lights glowing. Inside it was worse. Fancy plates, candles, Sophie sipping wine like some princess. Jake was there too, slouched in a chair, avoiding my eyes. Mom bustled around with a roast. Dad poured bourbon, everyone acting normal. Like I hadn't just caught my husband and sister banging in a motel. I sat down, stomach churning. Hey, Soph, I said, voice tight. Nice scarf you've got on. She smirked. Same pink one I'd found in Jake's truck. Bitch. Dinner started. Small talk. Sophie's latest brand deal. Dad's golf game. I barely touched my food. My pulse was hammering. Finally, I couldn't take it. I stood up, chair scraping loud. I've got something to say. Everyone froze. Mom frowned. Emily, sit down. No, I snapped. You all need to hear this. I yanked the receipt from my purse and slammed it on the table. Red Roof Inn, last Wednesday. Care to explain, Jake? His face went white. Sophie choked on her wine. Mom gasped. What's this about? I didn't stop. Pulled out my phone, scrolled to the texts and held it up. Here's more. Miss you already. Last night was fun. From Sophie. To Jake, my husband, my sister. They're screwing each other. The room went dead silent. Then chaos. Sophie started crying. Fake, loud sobs. That's not true. She's lying. Jake jumped up, yelling, You're crazy, Emily. You've lost it. I laughed, sharp and mean. Crazy? I've got proof, asshole. I saw your truck at the motel. Room 12. You gonna deny that? He stammered, face red. I was just... Just what? Mom stood, slamming her hands on the table. Emily, stop this right now. You're ruining everything. Ruining everything? I turned on her. Me? They're the ones sneaking around. And you... What? You're okay with this? Dad cut in, voice cold. You've always been dramatic, pushed Jake away with your long hours. What did you expect? I couldn't believe it. What did I expect? Loyalty? From my husband? My family? Sophie wailed louder. She's jealous, Daddy. She hates me. That's when I lost it. Jealous of you? You're screwing my husband, Sophie. You're a selfish little... Mom slapped me. Hard. My cheeks stung and the room spun. Don't you dare talk to her like that, she hissed. You're tearing this family apart. I touched my face, stunned. Me? You're defending her? After this? Dad nodded. You brought this on yourself, Emily. Should have listened to us about Jake. I stared at them. Mom glaring, Dad stone-faced, Sophie sniffling, Jake pacing like a trapped dog. My family, my whole world, siding with them, against me. You're unbelievable, I said, voice breaking. All of you. I grabbed the receipt, shoved it in my purse. I'm done here. Jake lunged forward. Emily, wait, let's talk. I spun on him. Talk? You've been lying to my face. You and her. How long, Jake? How long? He wouldn't answer, just looked away, coward. Sophie piped up, tears gone. You're just mad because no one wants you here. That hit like a knife. I turned to Mom and Dad. Is that true? You want me gone? Mom crossed her arms. You've made your bed. Dad shrugged. We tried with you. Tried with me. I laughed again. Wild, bitter, right? Forgot my birthday, cut me out of the will, and now this. Great parenting. I grabbed my keys. You know what? Enjoy your perfect little family. Hope it's worth it. I stormed out, door slamming behind me, got in my car, peeled out of the driveway. Tears burned my eyes, but I wouldn't let them fall. Not yet. I drove home, our home, mine and Jake's, and sat there shaking. My cheek still hurt. My heart hurt worse. They picked her, I whispered. My own parents, my husband. I replayed it all. Sophie's smirk, Jake's excuses, Mom's slap. They didn't even care. Didn't flinch, just turned on me like I'm nothing. I felt empty, broken. But under that, rage. Pure, hot rage. They think this is over, that I'll just take it? No way. I've got the texts, the receipt. I saw them at that motel. They're not getting away with this. Not Jake, not Sophie, not my parents. I'm done being the doormat. They've messed with the wrong person. After that dinner blowout, I was done crying, done begging. Jake, Sophie, my parents, they'd crossed me one too many times. I wasn't gonna let them win. No way. I had proof, the texts, the receipt, the scarf, and I was ready to use it. They thought I'd roll over? Big mistake. I was about to hit back and hard. First, I called Tara. She's my coworker, 31, a nurse with a sharp tongue and sharper tech skills. We've been tight since nursing school. She's the only one who didn't ditch me when my family turned. I told her everything over coffee at my place, voice shaking but steady. Jake screwing Sophie. My parents are backing them. I'm done. She didn't blink. Those bastards. What's the plan? I smirked. Ruin them. All of them. She grinned. Let's do it. Step 1. Sophie. She's all about her influencer gig. Thousands of followers, brand deals, that fake perfect life. I wanted it gone. Tara had an idea. Her sponsors won't touch her if they see this crap. We dug into her Instagram, found her DMs linked to her phone number. I'd seen it in Jake's texts. Tara worked some magic, don't ask me how, and got screenshots, flirty messages to Jake, timestamps matching the motel nights. This is gold, she said. We made a burner X account and posted it all texts, the receipt scan, even a pic of that damn scarf. Caption? Sophie's not so picture perfect. Cheating with her sister's husband, tagged her sponsors, hit send. It blew up fast. By morning, X was buzzing. Hundreds of retweets, comments like, "What a snake," and "gross." Sophie's followers dropped like flies. Tara checked later. 2 of her big sponsors, some makeup brand and a clothing line, dumped her publicly. "We don't align with this behavior," they tweeted. I watched her latest post, tank. 20 likes, all hate comments. "Karma's a bitch," I muttered, sipping my felt good. Real good. Step 2, Jake. He was still crashing at our house, acting like nothing happened. I'd been sleeping in the spare room, avoiding him. Time to end that. I called a lawyer, found her online, tough as nails. "I want a divorce," I told her, "and I want everything." She asked for proof. I sent the texts, the receipt, my story. "Adultery's a slam dunk here," she said. "Ohio loves a cheated spouse." I filed that day. Jake got served at the garage. Papers slapped on his chest by some guy in a cheap suit. He called me, pissed. "What the hell, Emily?" I laughed. "You screwed my sister. Sign it or see me in court." He hung up. Coward. But the real twist? My parents. I wasn't done with them either. I remembered something. Mom's voice at dinner, blaming me for pushing Jake away, made me wonder. Were they in on this? I had to know. So I set a trap. Sunday I called Mom, voice soft, fake broken. "Can we talk? I miss you." She invited me over. I brought a voice recorder hidden in my purse, sat on their couch playing the hurt daughter. "Why do you pick Sophie?" I asked. Dad sighed. "You never listened, Emily." Mom leaned in, smug. "Jake was a mistake. We even gave him $5,000 to leave you. He didn't deserve you." I froze. $5,000 to ditch me? I pushed harder. "You paid him? When?" Dad shrugged. "Few months back. Thought he'd go. Guess Sophie got to him instead." I had it. On tape, clear as day. "Wow," I said, standing. "You're unbelievable." Mom frowned. "What's that mean?" I pulled the recorder out, hit stop. "Means I've got you admitting it." "Thanks." Their faces dropped. Dad yelled, "You can't use that." I smirked. "Watch me." Walked out, heart pounding. Checkmate. Back home, I called my lawyer again. Sent her the recording. "Bribery to end a marriage? That's leverage," she said. We hit Jake with it. Showed his lawyer the file. He caved fast. Signed the papers. Gave me the house. Half his savings. He's broke now. Living in some motel, probably the Red Roof. I didn't care. He was out of my life. Done. Sophie? Her career's toast. No sponsors, no followers. Last I checked, she's posting desperate, "I'm sorry" videos no one watches. My parents. Word got around. Small town, big mouths. Friends stopped calling them. They're alone now, just like they left me. I didn't leak the recording. Didn't need to. The divorce was enough. Jake's gone, Sophie's a nobody, and Mom and Dad are stuck with their mess. I sat on my couch that night. My couch. In my house. Staring at the scarf. Picked it up, tossed it in the trash. "Good riddance," I said. I wasn't broken anymore. I was pissed, yeah, but strong. They thought they could bury me. Instead, I buried them. Took back what's mine. And I'm not stopping there. They'll see what happens when you mess with me. This is just the start. It's been 1 year since I burned it all down. 1 year since I walked away from Jake, Sophie, my parents, the whole toxic mess. I'm not in Ohio anymore. I packed up, left that small town trap and moved to Colorado. Got a little cabin in the mountains, a new job as head nurse. I'm 33 now, and for the first time I feel like I'm living for me. Not them, just me. After the divorce, after Sophie's fall and my parents' confession, I couldn't stay. Too many ghosts. The house was mine, Jake signed it over, but every room screamed betrayal. His truck in the driveway, her scarf on the floor. I sold it fast, took the cash and ran, landed in Colorado Springs, found a place with pine trees out back and quiet nights. No Instagram posts, no family dinners, just peace. I needed that. Work's good. Got a promotion 6 months in. Head nurse at a small hospital. More money, more respect. My team's solid. People who don't care about my past, just my skills. Tara calls sometimes, updates me on Ohio gossip. "You're a legend back here," she laughed once. "The girl who took them all down." I smiled. Didn't feel like a legend then, just felt tired. But now, maybe she's right. Sophie's a ghost online. Last I checked, yeah, I peeked. Her Instagram's dead. 50 followers, no sponsors. She posted some crying video months ago. I've learned my lesson, all teary-eyed. Got 10 likes, mostly hate comments. Cheater, they said. Trash. She's working at a mall now, Tara says. Some clothing store, folding shirts for minimum wage. No more Prius, no more loft. Mom and Dad don't pay her rent anymore. Guess they're tapped out. Or just done with her. Either way, she's nothing now. Karma hit her square in the face. Jake's worse. Tara saw him at a gas station last month. Scruffy, driving some beat-up sedan. He's flipping burgers at a diner off Route 6, living in a cheap motel. Not the Red Roof. Too broke for that. Divorce cleaned him out. Half his savings, the house, gone. I don't feel bad, not one bit. He made his bed with Sophie, now he's lying in it, alone. Good. My parents? They're the quietest casualty. Words spread fast. Small towns love a scandal. Friends ditched them, church ladies stopped inviting Mom to brunch. Tara says they're holed up in that big house, barely leaving. Last week, I got a letter. Mom's handwriting, shaky. "Emily, we're sorry. We miss you. Please call." I held it, stared at those words. Sorry? Miss me? After forgetting my birthday? Cutting me out? Picking Sophie over me? After paying Jake to leave? I laughed, soft, bitter, tossed it in a drawer, unopened. They don't get a second chance, not after that. I think about it sometimes, how it all fell apart. That dinner, Mom's slap, Jake's lies. I was so mad back then, so hurt. Felt like I'd never climb out. But I did. Took their crap and turned it into fuel. Sophie's career, torched. Jake's life, wrecked. My parents' perfect little world, shattered. I didn't just survive, I won. And I'm not sorry. They deserved it. But it's not all anger now. I've got this cabin. Wood floors, a porch with a view. Nights are cold, but I light a fire, sip tea, watch the stars. No one's yelling at me, no one's cheating, just quiet. I started hiking. Legs ache, but it clears my head. Met a guy at work, Tom, 40, a paramedic. He's kind, funny, doesn't push. We're taking it slow. I'm not ready to trust like that again, not yet. Jake broke something in me. Sophie and my parents smashed the rest. But I'm healing. Slowly. I learned stuff, hard stuff. Family's not blood, it's who shows up. Mine didn't. Tara did. My crew at work does. I don't need Mom's approval or Dad's money, never did. And love? It's not blind trust, it's earned. Jake didn't earn it. Sophie never will. I'm done chasing people who don't see me. Done being the good one who gets stepped on. I'm enough. Took me 33 years to figure that out. Sometimes I wonder what they think. Sophie scrolling her dead account, folding jeans. Jake flipping greasy patties alone. Mom and Dad rattling around that empty house. Do they regret it? Do they see what they lost? I hope so. I hope it stings. But I don't dwell. They're not my problem anymore. Last night I sat on my porch, wrapped in a blanket. Sky was clear, stars bright. I thought about that scarf, pink, crumpled in my trash can back in Ohio. Thought about the receipt, the texts, that slap. It's over. All of it. I'm free. Not the happy ending crap you see in movies. Life's messier than that. But free. I breathed deep. Let the cold air fill my lungs. You did it, Emily, I whispered, and I smiled. First real smile in years. So yeah, that's my story. 1 year later and I'm still here. Stronger, wiser. They tried to break me. Jake, Sophie, my parents. Didn't work. I broke them instead. And now, I'm building something new, something mine. If you're reading this, take it from me. Don't let them win. Fight back. You're worth it. I am, and I'm never forgetting that again. If this hit close to home, hit subscribe, drop a comment, and let's talk. I'm here, and I listen.